Hi, welcome back to the Harpreet Singh Show, and you're watching Tania's Truth Talk. Before the commercial break, we were watching Alicia, an amazing guitar and singing artist that is local in Vancouver. Now I have a friend. His name is Oscar Mejia. He is from the Latinos Peace Officers Association, and he is a deputized FBI agent. Lieutenant Oscar Mejia, how are you?
I'm doing well, Tania. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, thanks for coming on the show, Oscar. I mean, you and I have spoke at a couple of international conferences here with Tony Nassif, and literally doing a lot of abolition work on a level that not too many people can do.
Yes, we're very involved in the community, and we'd like to get the message out on several different topics and subject matters that are relevant to the safety of the community.
Yes. Now, you work just even before we started this interview today. You were running a little bit late because you were working on a homicide, and this is just something that you do in your daily life. And the reason that I'm having you on the show is because although you're a lieutenant and a deputized FBI agent, a lot of the murders and things that you're dealing with are actually tied into the whole human trafficking realm. And I remember when you were speaking at Tony's conference, you were talking about this saint death. It's almost like a new religion that's going on, or something that in a lot of senses has ties to human trafficking. So can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, it's called Saint Death or Santa Muerte in Spanish. It's been around for a number of years, um, and it dates back to the early 1900s. But what we're seeing in the police communities is that a lot of these people that we're running into are worshiping Saint Death, and they're involved in criminal activity. Again, not everyone
Yes.
that's worshiping Santa Muerte, as we know it, is involved in criminal activity, but from the police component, human traffickers, drug traffickers are frequently seen praying to Santa Muerte or Saint Death in hopes or the belief that Saint Death is going to help them get away with their criminal activities.
Yes, now these photos that I'm showing on the screen right now, or sorry, not the photo, but a video of you going into this undercover into this Saint Death, like a church or something. I mean, people are really like they're giving a lot of sacrificial stuff. Like, what is this all
Well,
about?
see, the trend that we're seeing here in that specific video is area here in Southern California. There's temples that we see are coming up in different parts of the communities where they worship Saint
Okay,
Death. Now, again,
right.
these temples are not illegal to have, and there are a lot of legitimate people that go to these places, but you do have some of the criminal elements that are also visiting these temples in effort to worship and pray to Saint Death in hopes of not being caught while they're committing an
Yeah, so
act.
basically, yeah, so what they're doing is these people that are having, child pornography rings or child prostitution rings, they're going to Saint Death to pray to him, not to get caught.
Yes, it's actually a female. Pray to her. Saint Death, Santa Muerte is a
My
female.
goodness.
But yes, a lot of drug traffickers, porn traffickers, a lot of child molesters, and so forth uh, do go to pray to Saint Death. It's a big trend that we're starting to see, and it's a way for them
Mm.
to a belief for them that they won't get caught, especially when bringing large
I've
loads
been
of drugs across the border as well.
I absolutely agree. And, I've been saying this for years that the child pornography that goes on, a lot of this stems back it's right into the whole demonic realm. And it goes a lot deeper than what a lot of people think or what they hear about or see on the surface. And you working as an FBI agent too, you see things like that are just at a whole new level than what the public is led to hear by the media.
Well, I've been a law enforcement officer going on 25 years, and within that 25-year period, I worked a lot of my assignments in the narcotic realm area. Part of that detail, I was deputized as an FBI agent as well as a DEA agent for several years, and I have traveled around the
Okay.
country conducting large-scale narcotic investigations. And yes, this is the underground world part of the criminal empires that we've investigated. And it is a big thing, and it is something that is growing, and it is a big concern. We've seen a lot of the violence that's associated with a lot of these type of crimes. I'm sure that most of us here have seen stuff in the media, and it is a very
Mm.
violent criminal enterprise.
Now, when you say big, what do you mean by that, Oscar?
Well, that this trend is growing. We do see a lot of this in the Southern California, San Diego area, the borders, as well as the Phoenix border.
But are you talking about that this goes like right all the way up into the
Oh yes,
cartels?
yes, most definitely. A lot of the cartels that are in these cartel organizations practice these practices, and it is very common among drug and human traffickers.
So these cartels that are dealing with, on international cartels are dealing with. We're talking like so much metric tons of cocaine, and now they're switching over into like the child pornography and things like that, human trafficking, because honestly they're just putting no value on human life, that it just basically goes to, wherever they go, to wherever the money is, really.
Yes, and that's what it boils down to, Tanaya. A lot of these organizations are in it, obviously, just for the money. And whether it's human
Yes.
trafficking, child pornography, drug trafficking, the biggest thing that we're seeing right now is also a conversion into credit card fraud. A lot of these
Yes.
traffickers are also becoming involved in that. So we got to remember that the drug trafficker is not just committed to trafficking drugs, but whatever else comes across their sphere is what they're going to go with. That's going to bring them money.
Well, which also proves that it goes right to the international drug cartel levels, because I mean, they're going wherever they can get their hands on the money, whether it be child pornography, human trafficking, the porn industry, selling drugs, credit card fraud, you name it.
Yes, and again, it's the bottom line is that they're there to make money, and they're going to try to make it however they can, from pimping out prostitutes to selling individuals that just come across the border. Very, very common, and again, it's just a way of they see themselves making a profit.
When you see some of these men that you bust them, do any of them ever have a conscience for trafficking people?
What I often find is that most of the times they've been doing it for so long that they've somewhat become numb to it and
Desensitized, yeah.
desensitized. And
Mm.
it isn't until they get arrested that reality sets in. But for the most part, this is a cold-blooded business that they're involved in,
Yes.
and that's the type of individuals that you deal with.
Well, I mean, you're a follower of Jesus Christ. You're my brother in the Lord. Hopefully, when you deal with these people, it would give you an opportunity. I don't know if you can do that in your job or not, to share the gospel with these people and show them a way out.
Yeah, I have seen some cases where individuals that I've arrested have actually repented for what they've done. And I've had a couple that have actually thanked me for arresting them because they have actually told me that the life that they live causes them to constantly look over their shoulder 24/7. And they have told me that they have literally been uh, unable to sleep. They are constantly
Oh,
on edge, and
yes.
there's no end to it.
Thank you for coming on the show, Oscar. I'm definitely going to have you back on the show again. There's just so much to talk about here. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me, Tania, and I really appreciate all the work that you do for the community and for women. And I think we need more people like yourselves to get involved.
Thank you so much, Oscar. God bless you.
God bless you.
Wow, what an amazing man and dear true brother in the Lord. Please tune back in to Tania's Truth Talk on the Harpreet Singh Show. There's a lot more to come, and we will definitely be having Oscar back on. See you next week.